Paul, my memories of you were front running BSB, man. Little bike, especially on a 125, you were really fast short circuit, man.
Yeah, I sort of went that road for a few years, and now I've went down the road of coming down towards the road. So, but not regretting my move now. I'm really
going well on the roads.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it this year, especially. I've just went every year. I'm going leaps and bounds. So this year, especially, I hope that I can progress from where I've left off and be even sharper at the sharper end now. Because like at the likes of the Northwest and the Ulster Grand Prix, I've been running with the likes of Hickman, Hillier. I was along with John on the Supersport race, and I just want to keep progressing and trying to get closer to where I want to be.
It's a natural progression from what you've been doing in Ireland to the TT, but a whole different ball game, really. Just the size of the place, the amount of homework you've got to put in.
Yeah.
How's that going? What have you been?
It's going not too bad, really, because 2010 I had approached to come and do the TT. And then I was too young, and I just said to myself, I wasn't ready. And now that I've went and done a bit of really my apprenticeship in roads, I've done the Northwest Ulster Grand Prix, and now this is the next step for me. So I feel like I'm ready to come here, and I know what to expect. It's just really, as you say, how big the place is and how much I have to take that in. And I think it's the concentration levels that's going to get me more than the actual track itself.
Yeah. And what sort of homework have you been doing? What sort of track?
More
familiarisation.
Just out with Milky and Johnny Barton, doing a few laps with them every time I'm here, and then just go around myself. But you can't. I feel like I can't just keep driving round and round because there's too much going on. There's too many cars, and you can't keep yourself focused for that long. No. So then when I'm at home, I'm on the iPad and throw it on the treadmill.
Yeah.
Throw an onboard on because you're still working when you're in the treadmill.
Yeah.
So it's sort of the closest thing I'm going to get to how I'm going to concentrate for this length of time.
What everybody says, it's a long time since I did the Manx first and then I did 4 TTs. It's a long time. I can hardly remember. I came over with a road bike and did some laps, but I can't remember the learning process. Yeah. What riders say now, people like your Hickmans and your Josh Brooks, they come and do some laps, but they all say that all you can do with laps before you come to do your first TT is learn whether it's a left or a right, or the bits that are going to catch you out.
Exactly.
When you get down that road on a race bike with open road, closed roads, it's a different.
Everything changes.
It's a different.
It's okay when in the car where I was finding it real hard was from Balaf Bridge to Ginger Hall. Because there's bits there. It's just in the car, you're turning, whereas in the bike it's all going to be straight.
Yeah.
People have to. I forget.
There's more corners with the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm trying to erase that out of memory and remember that this is straight now, instead of me swaying to the left or swaying to the right. So it's just trying to get that into my head. At the minute, that's where I'm stuck. So once I get on the bike, that's obviously just going to disappear.
And have you got any goals? Or are you coming to your first TT with a kind of a blank sheet of paper, thinking, we'll see how it goes, see how I enjoy it, see,
in my head, I have goals. Haven't put anything public because I don't want to have that.
Exactly, yeah.
Anything on my head. So, but if I do it, I'll be sure to tell. So I'm looking forward to that.
Have you're from Northern Ireland, and that has a heritage of road racing, and in actual fact, the amount of people live in Northern Ireland and the amount of really good road races and short circuit races they've produced, as you kind of punch above your weight, you boys.
Try our best, don't we?
But it's a big sport.
No, it is. It's just one of the things, isn't it? When you see the likes of Joyd and Robert and all, it's what you want to do. In school, I didn't want to play football. I didn't want to play rugby. All I want to do is race bikes because I've been going to the road racing from I was young.
Yeah.
And now to believe that I'm the person that's
on the bike.
That's on the bike, and somebody could be watching me on the side of the road and saying, "I want to do what he's doing."
Yeah.
It's just it's surreal.
Good feeling.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. I always felt that. I always passed people in the crowd and thought, I wonder what I look like. I wonder if they think, ooh, or whether, because you always think you're worse than what you are generally. You think.
It was like, when I was 15, me and my dad went to watch the British Grand Prix, and as a kid, that's where you want to be, that's the pinnacle. And I sat there and I was like, one day I'm going to be here. And obviously my dad, he's living in the clouds. Yeah. The year after I was at the British Grand Prix riding, that was a dream for me to do, to see the likes of Rossi walking around, and even just to be in the same paddock as that man, it's just something else. And now to do what Joey done, Robert's done, I'm at their level of in their paddock, and get to live what they did.
There's something a little bit more special about the TT than there is about any other form of racing, really, because it's more unique. There's probably less people are good at this than virtually any form of racing.
It's just like, you know, it's not the mass start, so it's just you and the bike, and that's it. There's no one else there to push you along, and if somebody does come past, you know, I'm always going to be learning from them. So that's what I think, because everybody said to me, why don't I go down the road of doing the Manx Grand Prix? Well, if I went to the Manx with me riding the way I am at the minute, I would like to come and think I could win.
You'd be expected to win it, actually. Yeah.
And a late friend, Wayne Hamilton, came here, and I think that's what killed him. He was, you know, put the pressure of having to win.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I mean, it is now that the better riders generally come and do TT first. The learning curve's a little bit steeper. Where are you from? A family background of? Did your dad race? Or?
No, my cousin raced. Mark Young. He was killed at the Northwest the same year as Robert was killed, and it was him that brought us into just doing short circuits and whatnot. And then my brother started doing roads, and then obviously once I left the BSB side, William had said, "Oh, sure, I'll give you a crack on maybe 125." William Dunlop. And then from that, it's just progressed. Got myself a 600, done a bit around there. Wasn't really doing a big pile. It was only the last couple of years I started to come up through and really get to the front end.
What's your first memory of the TT? My first memory of the TT was probably 2011. Came with William Dunlop, and I was over here. There's worse people to learn the trade off, isn't there?
Yeah, no, I come over for it was just sort of like a last minute thing. He sort of rung me up and says, "Do you fancy coming over?" And I just come over for the full, I think we were here 2.5 weeks or something. And every day we're out just, you know, just being lads, like, and enjoying it. And it was nice to see what the whole build up to it. That's the most excited I was the first night of practice. I got more of a buzz from first night of practice than I did the first race TT. I wasn't even racing, like, I was just standing watching.
Where were you, up
just in the grandstand, and I was like, the hairs on my arms were standing. I think it was surreal. It was class.
Have you ever got a chance to go out on track and watch one of the tucked up in Edgebottom, or have you always been around the races?
No, I watched at the bottom of Magaro 2 years ago.
Good place.
Scary.
Yeah.
Fast. And I was sitting just on the side of the, like, literally as close to me and you are now.
Right hand side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wasn't too long getting back.
I've snuck in that edge myself.
It's fast.
Yeah.
But you don't realise the speed, don't you know what?
No, when you're riding?
No. And then I heard this scream match coming down from the top of Magaro, and then wasn't too long of jumping back on the edge.
I'm going to ask you about your favourite sections of the track. I mean, you'll have watched a few places, but what having never ridden the place, do you think you're going to like? The mountain's normally more short circuit. You can see a couple of corners in front. It's quite smooth. It's quite flowing. And then you've got sections that are quite blind. All your kind of ginger all sections up from there, Glen Tram, and then which bits do you think you're going to?
The bit that really sticks out for me, at the minute, where I really want to go ride is from the end of Knocknavarty Straight the whole way down into Kirkmichael. I think that there's just something about in through Hanley's, because when I was playing the PlayStation game when I was younger, just with the wall, that's what makes, stands out through Hanley's, and then through the bottom of Magaro, just things like that there just really stands out for me. So I'm really looking forward to that.
It's a really fast section.
Yeah,
do you like your fast stuff?
I love it.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to that.
There's 3 or 4 reasonably high profile newcomers this year, and there's always a little bit of sort of rivalry between who's going to be quickest newcomer. The results don't matter as much as who nicks a lap time. And there's another Northern Irish lad who
lives in my hometown,
who's got a little bit of a thing going with you. Would this be important to be quickest newcomer?
Not really. No. At the end of the day, like, it's, as long as we all get home safe, that's the main. And at the end of the day, if he's quicker than me or I'm quicker than him, he done a better job than I did over the winter, obviously, and I didn't. But
you're looking forward to it?
Yeah, I can't wait. Cannot wait.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.